Okay, so I wanted to do a little follow-up on my Whirligig. I entered this into Whirligig Wars 2015, which was in July, and it's been outside since. I didn't really do any protective coating other than just a spray-on polyurethane, and it's been holding up pretty well. The Darth Vader, he looks good, still glossy black. Don't really notice much on him. On the Luke character, you can see that there's dirt that's collected, and I don't know, it might even be kind of moldy. I don't know, but there is some kind of black spots that have formed on Luke's character. We got some condensation buildup in the lightsabers, which is to be expected. And it's been a while since I've checked on this thing. I mean, it's out here. Darth still goes, but when I pull this down, it's normally mounted on this fence up that way, about halfway down that fence. And I don't get out here to check on it all the time, but I knew that Luke's arms had been binding up. They move on their own, but the wire that drives them off the crank on the bottom, when I came out and pulled this out, it's gone. So I don't know if it rusted or if something chewed it off or what happened. But one other thing I noticed is the lightsabers don't light up anymore. Normally when you spin them, the lightsabers would light up. And after looking at the bottom, I found out that my little drive belt had broken. So that's just a rubber O-ring. I don't know if just that can't handle being outdoors. I may need to try to find some different material O-ring, something that'll stand up to the weather a little better. There are definitely spider webs built up on it, and other than the wire for Luke's arm being gone, about the only real wear that I've seen is on the blades. This was just some 1/4 inch plywood, and I didn't seal them up well enough because they've gotten water in. They're starting to delaminate a little bit, and this one's warped pretty bad. So that's probably the biggest wear item that I've seen. It actually still spins pretty good. Where it's located, it doesn't get a whole lot of direct wind, so it wasn't going all the time, but still spins pretty good. But I didn't really talk about it in the video as far as the underside of it. Basically all it is, I've got a piece of threaded rod that I bent, and you can see here and here, and that would drive the connecting rods that connected to their arms and would make their arms move. So as this spun, just works like a crankshaft in a car. To power the LEDs, see if I can get in here, I've got a little circuit in here, and it's basically a bridge rectifier, 4 diodes to make a bridge rectifier, and then mounted up here, it's hard with this block in the way, right under here you see a little tiny pulley. That's actually a stepper motor out of an old printer or scanner, I believe. And then I made a speed multiplier pulley, so as this turns, 1 revolution of this would turn the little pulley 4 times. And you can still do it by hand, and I don't know if it'll show up since we're out in the daylight, but I can tell it's just not picking up on the camera, but I'm spinning this little tiny pulley with my finger, and they are lighting up. So all the electronics still work. The weather's just taking its toll a little bit on breaking the belt, and it doesn't drive Luke's arms anymore. And it looks like I may have gotten a little bit of a fracture in Luke's leg. This thing fell over in my garage when I was working on it, and it actually broke Luke's leg. I tried to glue it back together. Looks like it might have kind of fractured apart again. But, I mean, all in all, other than Luke's arms not driving up and down, it's still pretty cool. I'll probably take it in for the winter just so it doesn't get a bunch of snow up on it. And then I may redo the prop. I'm looking forward to next year's Whirligig Wars. I've got a couple ideas in my head, but we'll see what happens between now and then. But anyway, thanks for watching. I just wanted to, you know, kind of show how I made the lightsabers light up. And if you check me out on Instagram, I'll post my Instagram ID here. But I've got a bunch of short videos of when I was actually going through and building this thing. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.